Last week we developed an application that showed states inside of a list view, and when you clicked on one of those, it would show you what the capital was for that state. It also included a little search function, okay? All those states and capitals came from arrays that were inside of our strings. And it's not a real good way to do it. This week we're going to take that one and we're going to say, okay, let's put a database in there. First thing I'd like you to do is right click on these, and in Google Chrome it says save link as, but I'd like you to save both of these to your desktop if you would, okay? Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over here in our where we save all of our projects. We're going to right click on the one that we did last week, say copy, paste. We don't want to call it copy, but we might want to call it something like back database, because this time we're going to get that information from a database. Wonderful. Go to your Android Studio and let's go open an existing project. Click on there. There's our projects, and there's our state capital database. Once it's all done running, we can go in here and take a look at stuff. Our Java right here. Sure enough, there's our main activity. We go into our resources and our layout. Sure enough, there's our layout. If we go into our values and our strings, there's the strings that we added. Let's right away pull these out of here. Make sure you don't take that top one out. Okay. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Get rid of it all the way to there. Okay, because we don't need those anymore. Database is a much more efficient way to take care of arrays and things like that. We can add, subtract. These in here are static and you can't change them. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take and create a place for our database to set. Right click on app, say a new folder, assets folder, and you can just say finish here. Right click on the newly created assets folder, a new and a folder, directory, a directory. And here's going to be called databases, like that. Make sure you do it just like that. Open that up. Right there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take and put our database in there. No need to unzip it. You can just leave it zipped right up. Right click on it, say copy. And right click on your databases and say paste. Lovely. Next thing we're going to do is we want to make room for this database access class, okay? I'm going to do it this way, okay? I'm not going to explain why. We're just going to do it this way. Right click on just above your main activity, say new class database access, like that. It should be just like that. Okay, and then we're going to take and we're going to double click on our Java class. You might have to right click and say open with notepad. But anyway, we're going to take and select everything but the package. Don't grab that package up there. Otherwise, your package is different than my package, okay? Control C. And then grab this, leaving your package the way it is, just like that. Get all kinds of errors in here because it really doesn't understand what we're doing here. Right here where it says don't forget, we're going to take and copy that line right there. Control C, go down into your Gradle. The second one down here, it says module app. We're going to take and paste that right there. Go ahead and sync now. You see that up there? Sync now right there. There, now once the Gradle's running, you're going to see that, oh, everything works, okay? Because what that does, it actually goes out there on the internet and finds this class and all the methods that make all this stuff work in here, okay? Wonderful. Next thing we're going to do is we're just going to grab some of this stuff right here, okay? And we'll grab this right here all the way down to here like that. bunch of code that I'm going to suggest that you use here. Go into your main activity. Very carefully now, we're going to redo this, okay? So we're going to get rid of some code in here. All this code, leave that closing curly brace down there. Delete. Just like that, okay? A little issue here. This is supposed to be a comment. Somehow it ended up as something else. Okay, I still got it in there. Get rid of that. There we go. Okay, we're going to move these right here and make these global, okay? We're going to need, I'll grab all of them. Control X them out of there. Okay, we're going to put them up here. And we're going to replace these states and capitals right here with it. Like that, okay? And now this isn't going to be stuff, it's going to be states. And these two right here, we aren't going to have integers or doubles, so get rid of those. Control C that. Control V, and this is going to be our capitals. Lovely, just like that, okay? Databases work a whole lot better with lists because lists, you can take and add items to it. You can delete items out of it, whereas string arrays is a whole lot harder. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, we'll start reading through this. We move those, okay, so just delete that. Now what happens is we make a new instance of this class that we added. Okay, and we added this database name. What's database name? Well, that's not correct. Let's fix that. What's our database called? Our database is called, let's check it out, states right there. Like, whoops. States. That, okay. And then, so what it does is it passes the database name to there and it opens up the database for us. This right here, .getString, is just a beautiful little method inside this class that will get us this information. For example, states right there is equal to, now what's the name of the table, okay? I think I showed you a video already of how to manipulate these databases with this little TV browser SQLite, okay? Here's our table in here called states, and here's our fields called state and capital, okay? We gotta put that information in here. States. And this is state with a capital. Like that. These won't give you any errors, they just won't give you anything, okay? Get rid of these two here because they're just examples of getting doubles and ints out of there. Let's go ahead and copy this because it's quite similar to this. Like that, and this time we're going to take capital and we're going to say our capitals is equal to that and close the database. Wonderful. Next thing we're going to do in here is we have to rewrite stuff for our list view, We created our list view up here, so we just say list view is equal to, cast it as list view, and we're going to say find r.id.listView right there, semicolon. Okay, an array adapter to fill that with is equal to a new array adapter, and we're going to send that. What are we going to send that? Let me look at my cheat sheet up here. First of all, we're going to say it's this, okay? What are we working on? This. The context, and then we got to go .r.layout, right there it is. Dot, and then the first item right there. Send it one more thing. What do we want to send it? We want to send it our states, don't we? Like that. Wonderful. Okay, and we got to say our list view dot set adapter. And what do we want to send it? Our array adapter, just like that. Wonderful. Oh, we blew away our listener, but that's okay. We can create another listener here. Dot set on, right there it is. New on click listener, just like that. And then here, let's go ahead and set our current state is equal to, now we get that from our list view dot, what is it, there's an item on our get item position at, right there it is, okay, and why I? Because I's right here, okay. I is, where's it right here? It's an integer that actually tells you which line of the list view is being selected. And why do we got an error here? Because we have to actually cast this to a string now, okay, to make this work right. And now string capital. Now we don't know what that quite is yet, okay, but we'll figure it out as right now. We're going to make a loop here because we got to loop through our list to find the corresponding capital, okay. Int x is equal to 0, semicolon x is less than states dot state dot size, okay, semicolon and x plus plus, opening curly brace right there. What I'm doing here is I'm creating a loop that goes from 0 to the size of these states, and now I can loop through each one of the indexes of these states, okay. And now I want to say if states dot get I or x, okay, dot equals, and what's equals the current state right there. Then what are we going to do? Okay, if it's equal to that, then we're going to say, well, that current index of capital matches, okay. Capitals dot get x. Oh, I got to say my capital is equal to that, like that. So now I know what my state is and I know what my capital is. Now I can take and I can toast those, okay? Make sure I'm in the right spot right there. My toast, okay? Dot make text, okay? And first I have to get my application context, comma, and I'm going to say the capital of, say plus my state, plus is, plus my capital, like that, okay, and comma, and then I gotta say toast, I don't know why, but you do, dot length, oh, there it is right there. I'm gonna wrap this now because I'm getting way too long here. Move that to the next line, and I gotta say dot show, semicolon, like that. Wonderful. Go ahead and try it. It should work just like the last one did. Well, I was successful. How about you? Good job.